Hello students, today I am going to take lecture of Advanced Java Unit 5 Java Server Faces, and in this video I am going to explain you JSF Login Program. In this video I am going to implement a login screen with username and password and one command button. On click event of command button, username and password are being authenticated with MyManagedBean. Username and password are being authenticated with MyManagedBean, and result is forwarded to next page. So now let us start this program with Netbeans Editor. Step number 1, I need to create a project, web project, web application, JSF Login Demo. Finish. So I've created one project with an inbuilt Index.xhtml file. So step number 1, to create a project. Step number 2 is to create a managed bean. According to JSF request processing lifecycle, I need to create managed bean. So step number 2 is to create a managed bean class. Right click, new, go to other, Java server faces and JSF managed bean. Class name login demo. I'm creating a package name login JSF. Finish. So now here I've created a managed bean. So this is my managed bean. I need to import javax.faces.bean.managedBean interface. I'm using as annotation managed bean. I don't require this constructor. Now I require two things for my managed bean. One is user ID and one is password. So string username, string password. Now I need four methods. Two methods for setting user ID and password, two methods for getting user ID and password, that is retrieving user ID and password. So in simple terms, I just say that I want getter and setter method. In Netbeans, it's simple to get getter and setter method automatically. Right click, insert code, getter and setter, show me for both username and password, generate getter setter method. So automatically it will generate getter and setter method. Method line number 16, get username. So public string get username, return type is string, so return username. For setting username, set username, this dot username equal to username. Same as for password, get password and set password. So four methods are being created. I also required one more method for authentication purpose. So public return type string, method name login, if username dot equals java and end, password dot equals, let's say JSF, then return string login success, else return login failure. You can even pass any of the message or object within if and else statement. So with this, I have completed my step number 2, that is to create MyManagedBean class. I've created MyManagedBean class with two string username and password, getter setter of username and password, and one more method for authentication purpose, that is login method, which will check if user ID is Java and password equal to JSF, then and only then user will get successful authentication. Step number 3, I need to create a .xhtml file. So there is already default file created by Netbeans, that is Index.xhtml. Let us edit this file. h:form. I need to create a login form, then h output text value login form and br tag h: output text value username h: input text value. Value is to be entered by user. In normal form, value is to be entered by user. So we were keeping value as null in our previous example, but here we have created ManageBean. So value should be equal to hash login demo dot set to username. With this we complete username field. Then next line, h colon output text value password h colon input secret value to be entered by user, but due to ManageBean I need to write login demo dot password. So we have created a screen with username and password. Now command button. So h colon command button value login action. I need to create one more XHTML file and I will be displaying result there. So that is slash, let's say result.xhtml. And with this I have completed login screen program. Step number 1, creating project. Step number 2, creating ManageBean. Step number 3, creating .xhtml file, that is index.xhtml. And step number 4, for result I need to create result.xhtml. So let us initialize step number 4. Right click, new xhtml result, finish. Now with result.xhtml, first message I am going to print is h colon output text value welcome to result.xhtml. Next line I want to print either on click event user ID and password are correct or not, user is authenticated or not. So for that again to print result h colon out text output text value. Now I need to retrieve value from ManageBean. So now it's time to call ManageBean string login. If it is equal, then it will return a string login success, else it would be returning login as login failure. So now hash login demo dot login complete. Now let us execute this program. So username is Java, password entering JSF. Username Java, password JSF. On click event of login button, welcome to result.xhtml login successfully. Let us print login success in next line. We are re-executing this program again, refreshing Java JSF login, welcome to result.xhtml login success. This message I have written in my ManageBean. Let us go back again and re-execute with incorrect user ID and password. Login failure. So the output is login. So the output is login failure. With this we complete our first JSF login program, where step number 1 was to create ManageBean, where step number 1 was to create a project, step number 2 was to create ManageBean, step number 3 was to create index.xhtml file which defines login screen, and step number 4 result.xhtml which will define result. With this I complete JSF login program. Thank you all of you.